friends, I'm Likita H. Welcome to Code to Create channel. In this video, we're going to see what is linear regression algorithm. So let's begin. So first of all, what is regression? So regression analysis is a form of predictive modeling technique which is a relationship between dependent and independent variable. So here regression means it's going to check the strength or the relationship between dependent and independent variable, and it's going to give us a value. So let's check what's the value. Before that, let's see what is the uses of it was linear regression. So let's check the uses of regression now. So there are three main uses of regression. So determining the strength of predictors. So we need to know the strength of predictors. For that, the regression is used a lot, and it's the main over here. Forecasting an effect and trend forecasting. It's going to forecast an effect, and also it's going to do the trend forecasting. If you have not yet watched a video, I'm going to link it in the description below. So that's regarding about trend. Please do watch it. Yeah, these are the three major uses of regression. It's the major uses of regression. That means the important and main uses and most commonly used. So yeah, now linear regression is a method. Now we got to know what is regression. Let's know what is linear regression. There's a bit of difference between regression and linear regression. So linear regression is a method to predict dependent variable based on independent values of independent variable. So here let's take a variable, a dependent variable as x, and we want to predict this up. Let's take it as like home price, house price. Let me just make it as house price prediction. So you need to know the house price over here. So let's think the y variable as the area, or you can think it as like, let's take the area of it, like how much square feet it is. Now we have to predict this variable using this variable. So here linear regression, this is what linear regression means. You're gonna predict the dependent variable based on the values of the independent variable. It can be used for cases where you want to predict some continuous quantity, that says you want to predict some continuous variable. So this is mainly used when you want to predict continuous variable. And now let's see where is linear regression used actually. So it's used to evaluate trends and sales estimates. As I gave you guys an example, we want to predict a variable called as x, and that's going to be house price. And this is going to be variable y, that's going to be an independent variable. Let's take it as a, the area of how much it is. Let's take it in square feet. Yeah. Now this is where it's used. You can see here now. Evaluating trends and sales estimates. So house price can also be considered as sales. Next, analyzing the impact of price changes. Now let's think like, let's take it as for 2 square feet they take 10,000. This is just a small example. Let's just think for 2 square feet you just have 2 rupees. So that time it impacts a lot. That time also we use linear regression. Assessment of risk in financial services and insurance domain. So here you have a risk at insurance domain and also in financial like bank. Like that you have a lot of risk over here. So that time it shows you how much risk you have, and it almost shows you the decision that you have to take. So that's where linear regression. So these are the main parts where we use linear regression. And now let's understand how do we, predict here. Let's see how do we use this linear regression. So let's think we have a variable x and we have variable y. So variable x is an independent variable. Variable y is going to be a dependent variable. So we have values of y and x. So these are just values. Do not take them. So now we have the values right here. So now we have to see like what is this? How much correlation does this variable of x have this variable of y? So here we're going to check the first value of them, 1 to 3. So let's check it out. So here is 3 and here is going to be 1. So now we're going to check how correlated they are. So now we have marked, you guys can see now we have marked all of them right here. Let's move forward. Let's check the next. So now what we have to do, first and foremost step what we have to do while checking their correlation, or when you want to predict another value, like you can think like for 6 here, what are you gonna get? So Just think like that. We're gonna predict here. So that's where linear regression algorithm is used, right? So the first step, what we have to do is we have to take mean. You guys will know why do we need this mean? So we need to take mean. So here what we do is we're gonna take mean of x and mean of y. So let's do that. So we're gonna sum up all of them. So 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15. Now for the x, so here we're gonna denote mean x, like we're gonna put a up score like this. So for x is gonna be like that, 15, and let's check it out for y. So sorry. So the sum is gonna be 15. The sum is 15. Let's check the sum for y too. So 4 plus 3 is going to be 7, 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 4 is 13, 13 plus 5 is going to be 17. Yeah, 3 plus 4 is going to be 7, 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 5, let's take 9 plus 5 is going to be like, it's going to be 14, 14 plus 4 is going to be 18. So their sum is going to be 15 and 18. So this is going to be sum of x, this is going to be sum of y. So now we have to divide it. So let's take the values. There are 5 values. So what we're going to do, 15 by 5 and the same 18 by 5. So it goes by 3 and 1. So it's going to be 3. So the x mean is going to be 3. And now let's check the y. So 18 divided by 5 is going to be in some points. So yeah, let's just check it out. So it's going to go by 15. Yeah. So it's gonna come nearby like 3.5. Yeah, it's gonna come near 3.5. So the y mean is gonna be of 3.5. So now as we took the mean, the x, okay, let me just write it at the top. So the x mean is going to be of 3 and the y mean is going to be of 3.5. Now let's move forward. Yeah, so now we got, okay, yeah, it's gonna be a 3. So the y mean is going to be of 3.6. I just did a bit mistake, I guess. So it's going to be of 3.6. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So now there's a value m. There's a variable. I mean, we have a formula for knowing this linear regression. Let me explain you guys the formula. So the formula is y that says linear regression. Y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, so we have a formula for here. So that says y is equal to mx plus c. So here what does m mean? So m that says the slope. So you can see here now we have a slope of line over here that should connect to almost all. So this is going to be slope that says m, and this you can see here, this connecting point, you can call this as intercept. So yeah, this slope of line is going to be m. And now what is C? Here you can see the point which is the line is connecting. That's going to be C. Now what's X? So X is going to be the, like the correlationship between the two values. That's the dependent and the independent variable. So that's going to be a relationship between the dependent and the independent variable. 3.6. So yeah, now we know the formula. Now we don't know we don't know the value of m. We don't have any value over here other than the mean and everything. So here m that says x minus the mean of x multiplied by y minus the mean of x divided by x minus the mean square of it. Mean whole square. So let's move forward. So here we calculated the x minus the mean of x. So yeah, we got it. So now we got what is the x minus the mean of x. We got the values there. Now we're going to do the same to y. And now we're going to check, like what we're going to do is we're going to minus like x minus x, minus the mean of x whole square. So you can see now we have the whole square of it. You can say, how do we get this? So when you do the square, minus 2 minus minus 2. So that is converted into plus. So 2 plus 2 is 4. So that's how we're going to do it. So you got 4. Now we're going to check the values of it. So yeah, you can see here. We have multiplied this all. We have multiplied the x mean, x minus x mean and the y minus y mean. So these are going to be the values. Now what we're going to do is we're going to divide them up. We're going to divide the values. Before that we have to sum it. So yeah, let's sum it. 3.6 is the value over here. So now we have to sum all these values. So let's do that. So what we got when we did the equation was we sum up all of them. Here when we did the x minus x mean square, I've summed up. You can see here 5 plus 5 is going to be 10. And here you're going to get 4. So after you get 4, the value is going to be 4 by 10 because you know we have multiplied them up like x minus x mean multiplied by y minus y mean. And then we have divided by x minus x mean square, whole square. So then what we got is 4 by 10. The value is going to be 4 by 10. So here we have the value that's going to be 0.4. That says 4 by 10. So the value here is going to be 0.4. Let's move forward. Now we have to find out the x value. So here x is going to be 3 because that's the mean. That's going to be the mean. So you guys didn't understand one thing when I told you guys that's going to be the independent variable. So this is going to be the independent. M is going to be the independent. You can see here now. So when you got their mean, the mean of independent variables. So when you summed up all of them, you got 3. You got 3 here. And now we have to see what is C. So before that, let's just multiply them up. So you got it, 3.6. Because the y variable, you have the y variable over here and linear regression is used to predict. So this is just a small example. So you got the mean of y. You can check it out. The mean that we got here was going to be 3.6 itself. So yeah, now we know the y value. Let's check out the c value. That says the constant. So when we multiply m multiplied by x, you get 1.2. Now we have to check out c. Okay. So c is equal to 2.4. How do we get it? How did we get it? So 3.6 subtracted by 1.2. That's 2.4. So that's how we did it. That's just a small logic to find out. So here we got it up. What is c? What's m? What's x? And we got how do we understand? We understood this linear regression algorithm. Now, so yeah, let's do the practical implementation. Let me just create a new Python 3 file. Yeah, let me just expand the page so that you guys can see. So yeah, now let's begin with the code. First of all, we have to import pandas. So I'm gonna import pandas. We're gonna import pandas because we have to read the data set. We have to do many things with the data set. So we are gonna import pandas. Then we're gonna import numpy because we have to do the calculation. So I'm going to say I'm importing it as NP. And now we also need the linear regression. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, so for importing this, I'm going to say from sklearn import, it's going to be linear underscore model. We have another thing, matplotlib. So I'm going to say from matplotlib import pyplot as plt. So these are the things needed, and afterwards what we're going to say is I'm going to say we're going to put up a percentage sign. So yeah, percentage sign, and then we're going to say matplotlib inline. Now let's read the data set. So I'm going to say df is equal to pd dot read underscore csv. So I've got pd as pandas. I'm going to call r, and I'm going to go to that file directory. I'm going to copy this up. And the name is going to be home prices. I'll show you guys, just wait a minute. Home prices.csv. So let me call the df. So yeah, this is having areas in square feet and also price of that area. So in this practical implementation, what we're going to do is we're going to predict the price depending on the area. So that's what linear regression means. So this is how it's going to look. This is the data set. And now I'm going to plot and show it up to you guys. So I'm going to say plt.x labels. Let me just call the labels. I'm going to say the x label as area because x, in the x-axis we need to have our independent variables. So area is our independent variable because depending on the area we are going to predict the price depending on it. So that means independent. So then let me just call the y label. I'm going to call it as y label, and we'll have the prices there. Yeah. And now let me plot. I'm going to say plt.scatter because we need to scatter plot. And I'm going to say df.area, comma df.price, comma color. I'll explain you guys just a minute. Yeah, just give me a minute. And I'm going to say marker is equal to, yeah, so let it come. So yeah, here what I did was in the x-axis I've set the area, in the y-axis I've set the price. Now here the color is red. You can see the data point's color is red. Now you might get a doubt, why don't we have this circle data point here? Because we have set the marker to the plus symbol. So you can't just set the marker to anything, you have few specific styles. So you can see here it's circle. Now when we like put out the marker as plus, it's going to come as plus. So that's what data point is going to represent it up. And now what we have to do is we have to create and now after creating the plot, what we have to do is we have to create some new data set called as new df. That's only going to be of areas, no price in that. So let me just show you guys how is that. What you're gonna do is you're gonna say new df is equal to pd. Okay, sorry. New df is equal to df dot drop, putting out a parenthesis, and here what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop price. If you try to get directly the area, it's not gonna come. It's going to show you an error. That's why we are gonna drop the price and comma. I'm gonna set the axis over here as columns. Let me show you guys the new df. So you can see only the area. And now let me just say the price also. I'm gonna say df dot price. Yeah, let me call price. Yeah, you can see here, but price is an integer. And after this, what we have to do is we have to say reg is equal to linear model. So what is this that says that we're going to call the import over here. So that reg, that's we're going to call the import, and in the import we're going to call the linear regression. In linear model you have linear regression. So we're going to call that. So that's linear regression. And now what we have to do is we have to fit the linear, we have to fit this price and area. So I'm going to say reg dot fit area, comma price. Sorry, new df, no? Yeah, that I have named it as new df, comma price. Yeah. So after this, what we have to do is we have to predict. So that's what we have done. This is a project completely about that itself. We're going to predict based on this area. We're going to predict price, as I told you guys. Now we're going to predict it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to say reg dot predict, and here we are putting in square feet. So what we have to do, we have to put a parenthesis, 2 square brackets. Inside that, the square, the square feet you have to put. And it's going to give you how much money you have to sell it. So that's 5,87,979. So let me just, it's there in the area for 3,000 rupees. So you can see 5,65,000. It's showing 5,87,000. So there's a bit of mistakes, but that's absolutely fine. That happens. So that's how it's gonna work. Now what we do is we're gonna predict the complete thing. So for that I have a separate file. So I'm gonna copy this file directly, and that's areas. I'll just show you guys. I'm naming this as area is equal to pd.read_csv, or paste it /areas.csv. Let me just do this. And now let's call the area. So here we are going to predict the whole thing. So I'm going to say reg.predict the complete area. So you can see now the complete area is predicted. You have completely 13 data points, and let's check it out. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So you have 13 completely. So we have predicted the based on the area in square feet, we have predicted the price. That's great. So thank you friends. Please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Bye bye.